Namaste Ji. Today, I'm going to talk about our eyes and what we can learn from them. I chose this topic in the Arya Mahasammelan 2020 and thought that this is worth making a video. Let's begin. So, God has designed everything in this universe in such way that we can learn from them. Everything is able to teach us something, and one of those many things is the human eye. Eyes are associated with gaining knowledge. This human body has many organs, but our eyes are given a little more importance. This is because the eyes are linked with all the five senses. In our normal day to day life, whenever we refer to something, we usually connect it with the sense of sight. For example, when Ma is making something in the kitchen and she wants me to taste it, she says, Beta, ek baar se chakh kar dekhna. Here, although one is using the sense of taste, but it is referred as dekhna. Even in English, if a person is trying to solve a problem in a group, he would say, let's look into this problem. He wouldn't say, let's touch this problem or let's taste this problem or anything like that. All this leads to one conclusion that although the eye may not be related to the situation at all, it is usually referred back to. This shows the importance of the eyes. Now that we have discussed the importance, let's move on. Teaching number 1. Have you ever noticed how your eyes dilate in dark? According to modern biology, the size of our eye pupils increase up to 2 times in dark than they are in normal light. Our eyes do that in search of light. Similarly, when we are in dark meaning avidya or ignorance, and we realize it, we should not just ignore it, or we shouldn't just give up. We need to try even harder to get out of the dark and search for light. We should seek light. Light meaning vidya or knowledge. This reflects the very common code of the Shatpat Brahman, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, meaning lead us from darkness to light. Teaching 2. If you have ever noticed that your eyes close, or in Hindi we call it Jondhya Jana, whenever there is too much light, bright light, but later they slowly adapt to the lighting and open themselves. What does this mean? What can we learn from this? When we learn something new, we should start slowly and build our way up. We should not just try to learn everything in one day, or else we won't learn anything. This was just a basic teaching, but I can make a connection to yoga abhyas and moksha. Have you ever wondered why can't we just get moksha in 1 minute? Why do you have to go through a process of yoga abhyas to get moksha? I learned that moksha is getting the great anand of God, Ishwar. The anand is so huge that our atma will be unable to bear it. It needs training before it, just like a person needs training before going to a war. Similarly, atma needs training before it gets God's anand. Our eyes show this by slowly opening themselves. And this also shows that overexcitement is not very good. If our eyes get overexcited and quickly open themselves in bright light, they will end up hurting themselves. It can even cause blindness. So we should never get overexcited. Another thing that we can learn is that we should not do any unhuman things or simply adharma. If a foreign body enters our eyes, even the smallest particle, the eye won't keep it in. It will try its best to remove the particle. A lot of tears will come out, the eye will get red, it will blink a lot more, but eventually it will get the particle out. Similarly, if we fall into adharma, we should just not sit there and do nothing. We should try our best to get out of it. In short summary, we should never give up but keep trying harder to improve ourselves. We should take things slowly and try not to hurry up things, whether it's learning or anything else. We should never get overexcited. And lastly, we should never accept adharma. We should always try to overcome adharma and always follow dharma. There are many lessons that we can learn from the eyes, but we have to stop somewhere. Here are just a few more examples that we can learn from the eyes. Karuna and Daya. Tears come out if any other body part gets hurt. It shows what we feel. For example, if we are angry, it shows it. Or if we are happy, it shows it. This means जैसा मन में है वैसा ही वचन और वाणी में भी हो. Help others. Our eyes is an organ that is easiest to reuse if a person donates them to others. Netra or leader. Netra is a Sanskrit word which means leader. Our eyes are leader. We should become leaders too. Showing path. Your eyes show the path to you. You should show others the right path by teaching them good things and Vedic Dharma. Dhanyavad.